We are the champions, my friends. Doom, doom. We'll keep on fighting to the end. Doom, 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 doom. Do you guys know that song? So listen, y'all. Don't worry, I sing better than that. I'm too shy to sing on camera, okay? But listen, I was editing my makeup video yesterday. And when I edit my makeup videos, I talk to God and we have this like conversation. I'm like, oh, should I do this? And before I even edit my makeup videos, like I'll have visions of like how to do it, like weeks prior or days prior. And then as I'm actually manifesting the visions that he showed me, he gives me songs. So he gave me this song yesterday. I was editing it and I was like, oh my God, I started screaming. Okay. I started screaming. And so last night, the Holy Spirit was very active. And the reason why he was very active last night is because whenever there's like warfare, or because sometimes when there's warfare, guys, we don't even feel the warfare. Like we're just sleeping and stuff. We don't feel it because we're covered, right? Or we may just feel like little attempts, or we'll get the little headaches, or we'll be like, why is the dreams acting up all of a sudden? But when we see the little bit of signs indicating that there is going to be some sort of warfare, that's basically letting us know, hey, it's really time to get into deep prayer. Hey, it's really time to get up and pray. Hey, it's really time to even start like looking into fasting again. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how, like I said yesterday with the whole video about they won't basically, what did I say? I forgot the title of the video. Okay, I do things in a moment now, so I forgot the title of the video. It was actually from a song that just randomly started playing in my car, and after I got the word, I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard this song for years. And then I'm like, that's a good title, and then I put the title in the video. But I was talking about warfare and being 10 steps ahead. But when you feel a little bit of attempts, that's like indication it's time to get into fasting, into prayer and all that stuff, right? But as I was feeling, I wasn't getting any warfare symptoms last night. But with the dreams that I was getting, it was indicating to me that it was around the corner, right? So I'm like, okay. And I felt the Holy Spirit, because even before I went to bed, I was praying and I felt this warm hand hold my shoulder like this, and my whole body just got hot. I knew it was the Holy Spirit because I know how the Holy Spirit feels. And I'm just like, whoa, the Holy Spirit's literally holding on my shoulder as I'm praying. And I felt so good. And then I went to bed, and then I can literally feel the comfort. Like it was like he was hugging me. So I'm like, there must be some type of warfare happening that I can't feel, but I know something's going on because of the dream that I had. It was indicating that it was around the corner. So I'm like, yeah, Holy Spirit's really covering me right now. So I want you guys to understand that, you know, even when we do feel like the slightest attempts, that's still indication that it's time for us to start stepping into position. That's the video. It's called Position. Stepping into position. Okay. So it's time for us to really step into position, right? So then, yeah, yesterday he gave me that song, We Are the Champions, my friends. We're never going to stop until the end. You know, so, and I was talking to God last night. Not going to start now. I said this morning. So, you know, like the 4 a.m.s, the 5 a.m.s, and the 3 a.m.s, and the 2 a.m.s. And a lot of you guys, I get prophetic messages, I understand. So I'm talking to God like this time in the morning. And as I'm talking to him, like he's giving me a bunch of flowy messages, but most of them were for me, and then some of them I wasn't sure if it was for me or you guys, so I'm just gonna wait it out. And then some of them I forgot, and I'll probably remember later on. But there was one in particular that stood out, and it was definitely, he said it was not just for me, but it's for all of us. Okay, and I even wrote it down. Like what time did I write it down? I think it was like 5:35 a.m. So he said, I'm just laughing because of the way the conversation went. He's so, listen guys, like I'm just so honored and grateful. Just so honored and grateful. And I'm going to tell you something, what the Holy Spirit told me this morning to me, which was very special, which made me feel very happy, and it kind of boosted my energy, made me want to like have more faith. He said to me this morning, he's like, I love your heart, but one thing I really love about you is your faith. That's what he told me. And I started like, I was like, ah, I was cheesing so hard. So it just indicated to me that I have to keep having faith even through the tough times, right? But he gave me this message for all of us. And here's what he was telling us. Okay, oh gosh, okay, I'm ready. So the Holy Spirit said, he has given y'all a seed. The seed is so tiny, small like a mustard seed, okay? It's so tiny. Y'all buried the seed in the soil, and you guys are watering it every single day. And the seed is your foundation. It could be your marriage. It can be the marriage he promised you. It can be the home he promised you. It can be the career he promised you. It could be the ministry he promised you. It can just be good health. It can be a seed with a bunch of things in one. So, you know, when you have a tree, you have multiple branches of that tree. The multiple branches produce fruit. So each branch will produce a bunch of fruit, right? The tree is your foundation. The tree is the next generation. Hence why a lot of you guys are breaking generational curses, because you guys are creating a new tree. You're not continuing the tree from the past tradition, from your ancestors. You're not. You have, that tree has been broken down. God gave you a new seed and you have planted a new root, a new tree. When the branches produce in that tree, each branch is going to be filled with fruits. Okay, so one branch may be you, the next branch may be your daughter, your son, the next branch may be your other child, and then it's going to continue producing more branches from that one branch. So that one branch with you may be a branch filled with your daughter, and then the branch that's your daughter's branch, your daughter's daughters, your daughter's daughters, your son's sons. You know what I mean? And it's going to keep producing tree. That you are the builder of the tree. You are the foundation of the tree. The Lord presented you with the seed to plant the tree. Now here's what the Lord told me. A lot of you guys are becoming impatient. Don't worry, I got checked this morning too, okay? But when God checks us, he checks us in the nicest way. Like he's like, okay, he when he gets mad, okay? But God is very patient. It takes a lot for him to even get upset. So when he was checking me, it was so sweet. You know, when he was checking us, because he said it's for us too, it was so sweet the way he was checking. He was like, wow, now you know you guys have to have patience now. He's like, you guys have to have patience. Be patient. Da, 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 da. And his voice is so sweet. When I hear when you hear the Holy Spirit's voice out of nowhere, it scares you, but not in a way where it's like you're traumatized. No, you're scared, but in an excited, happy type of way. You're in an excited way, right? It kind of scares you because he always comes unexpected sometimes, and you feel him, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I hear you. You know? So, sorry, not to get off topic, but he said, y'all are being very impatient. And here's what he told me, the analogy. Oh, I love him so much. Okay, so he said, do you guys understand that when you plant a seed, and he was showing me something. He was showing me a little root coming out the seed, and it was growing little branches, right? It's like growing little branches, but it's not a strong tree yet to where like, you know, my card is turned on. It's still a very like weak stem, which means that it can break easily. You get what I'm saying? But it's not, but it can break easily. It's not strong yet to where it's like a big tree yet. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but it did come out the seed, and it is growing branches on it. Okay. As it gets taller, it's going to get stronger. So here's what God was saying. Do you understand that too much sun, I wrote it down, too much sun isn't good for the plant? If there's too much sun on that plant, what's going to happen to that plant? It's going to shrivel up. It's going to dry up and shrivel up, and then it's going to fall apart, right? And then he said too much water can drown the plant. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you pour too much water on your plant, it can drown the plant, right? It's not good for the plant. He said you need just the right amount of sun and water. That is required with patience. No, that's not what he said. He said you need just the right amount of sun and water, which requires patience. Okay, read it properly. Thank you. I'm saying his exact words. Okay, which requires patience. So when you water the plant daily and you don't put too much sun, you don't put too much water, and it's like a right amount every day, it grows healthy and it grows accordingly, right? He said be patient. And God said waiting on him does not mean that you have to just not do anything. You can still move towards what it is you're doing. So if you are waiting for your career to take off or your business to take off, still put the energy and effort into it. Don't just sit around saying waiting on God and then not put energy and effort into it. You're supposed to still put energy and effort into it. But you have to put the right amount of water and the right amount of sun, which is the right amount of time daily, the right amount of energy into it daily. And and the patience really just comes from allowing it to grow on its own through God, while you are the water and you are the sun, and you're putting in the energy, you're putting in the dedication, and you're putting in the right amount of, formula, like your time, your energy, all that stuff, right? So he wants me to remind you guys of that. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. My makeup video will be up at 7 o'clock today on my makeup channel. I love you guys. Bye.